Hi, Richard Brook, Acupuncture and Yoga teacher here, and I'm going to talk today a little bit about what I'm actually trying to do as an acupuncturist with you. So I know a lot of people, the usual intervention that you might have when you're ill is to go and see a doctor, a GP. And I know a lot of time you see a doctor or a GP and the kind of feedback and information they give you is really complicated. So you might go to them, you've got a problem, and they might relate what's happening in your physiology to you on a level that's really difficult to understand. They might be talking about different levels of things, different counts of things, and it can be very difficult to try and work out from that essentially where you've been going wrong in your life, which creates the root cause of that. This is why I love Chinese medicine so much, because it's actually very simple on some level, particularly 5 elements acupuncture, because we're working with certain ideas really, or certain notions, and one of those is that each person has got an individual life path or destiny, and if you come out of alignment with that, then you will get ill really. And you'll also get ill if you come out of alignment with certain natural laws that we need to live by, such as the concept of yin and yang, that outward expansion is mirrored and balanced by inward contraction and rest. And also the idea of the 5 elements, that within yin and yang you get different phases that you go through. But what I'm actually trying to do when someone comes to see me then is return someone back to a state of balance, almost like a state of innocence. So when I've got a patient on my treatment couch, I look at them and I still almost see the child in them. I just see a creature really, and that's a strange word, but I see a person, a human being, who's got inherent things that they're passionate about, inherent things that they love and that they like doing. And sometimes we get that confused in our mind that we lose track of these things. And you've only got to think of other animals and other creatures, how we've all got individual tendencies, and it's a strange analogy to make, but I'm going to liken a human being for a second to a dog, because, your dog might have favourite toys, it might have certain patterns that it likes doing, certain places it likes going, certain things, it just gives it passion and gives it joy. And as human beings, we're actually exactly the same. We'll just have a certain natural disposition, but again, when we come out of tune with either our passions or things that we love, then it creates a certain strain within us. Or again, we come out of tune, we're living in balance with the different elements and in tune with nature, and again we become imbalanced. And then what happens is certain organs within the body become stressed and strained, and this is sometimes we don't really recognise this. We often recognise that certain musculature or certain external fascia of the body can become strained. So we think that muscles become strained. You walk around all day carrying a really heavy bag, you think, oh yeah, my arm aches. What you don't realise is your internal organs also become affected by what you are engaging with. So when each organ actually resonates with a different emotion. So any kind of emotional excess will upset the certain organ, which then creates a physiological response. And then what happens, if it goes on for a long time, people then become chronically imbalanced, and they start to see the world from behind behind the imbalance. So maybe they've had a chronic pattern of feeling anger or irritation, and the body can't shrug it off straight away. So then the person starts to see the world from behind that, or they might have had a fear pattern. And again, even if the external stimulus has changed, they start to see the world from behind that cloud of fear. Or maybe there's some things happened in their life and the heart energies become a bit shut down. And again, they start to see the world from behind a lack of joy. So when I'm treating someone, I'm really just trying to return you back to your natural essence and natural origin. I'll try and get someone on the treatment couch as relaxed as possible, and I'm just giving your body space and time to renew and regenerate. And I'm doing specific points. Obviously the technical aspect of what I do is to help the organs rebalance again, so that you can re-find your joy, you can re-find your connection with nature. As I've explained in some of my other blogs, I'm very keen as well to give you intellectual information which will help you on your way. So I talk a lot about the elements. I might talk about the elements within your body and the different balance of them. You know, and we go through a whole consultation when you first come in, where we'll talk about the different areas of your life and how in tune or out of tune they might be. You know, just to try and awaken that perspective in you again, that we're not just one thing. Sometimes we align ourselves just with one factor of our life, whether it's our work life or our home life or our relationships. You know, you've got to think of your life, it's like a big pie, you know, and each slice of it needs to be working to its potential. And if you were still living in a very natural habitat, in a natural way, you would naturally flow with these things. You would naturally flow with the course and passage of the elements, the different seasons, just like animals do. You know, you'd flow with the passage of the daily cycles. You know, you'd just go out into the world and do the things that brought you joy. You would go out and play. But we get so shut down as adults, you know, we get so much stress put on us. And like I said, it creates these chronic patterns within us. So I said, my goal is to kind of reset you and bring you back to a more original place. And yeah, that's me. That's the intention, really. So if any of that resonates with you, then come along and try a treatment, and come along and see how it works for you. Thank you.